rest. How many times have you silenced your own needs just to keep the peace? That ends tonight. No more shrinking. No more self-abandonment. It's time to choose you. Join me.
Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, y'all. Hey. Y'all, it's an optical illusion. I promise you. Let me put my hands up here. There's actually a ponytail up here. Oh, goodness, with my new background, y'all, my Empower Her Purpose logo. Um, yeah, it's an optical illusion. I promise you. There is hair here. There's a ponytail here. So that's a little fun we'll have tonight. My floating um ponytail up here. We're gonna have a good time like we always do, ladies. Every Tuesday night. If you haven't already, first of all, where are my manners? Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. Come on in. I'm so happy to see you guys. Although I don't see you physically, I see you. I see you. I see you, right? And I'm so happy. Not only the ones that I can see as you're coming in and welcome as you're coming in, but just I see you. I see you. I see you. So as you're coming in, welcome. We are here. It is the Empower Her Purpose Women's Peer Group Night. It's Tuesday night. No matter where you are, whether you're here on the East Coast or on the West Coast or in right smack down the middle in Central Time, we are here. I'm going to give everyone just a couple more moments just to log in and log on and join in with us. I encourage you to go ahead and share share this with your sister, with your friend, with your group, with your women's group, with your women's ministry. Um, I'm looking forward to this discussion. I'm looking forward to this discussion because there's some things we need to put a stop to, right? I'm gonna put a stop to some things. So go ahead and grab your water. My water is over here, and I did have some apple juice. That's gone. But anyway, go ahead and get settled in. Grab your beverage or snack of choice, or if you're already sitting down to dinner, go ahead and start your dinner. Start enjoying your dinner, and just allow me just a few minutes of your time to just have a conversation. Okay? Just allow me just a few moments of your time just to have a little conversation. And once in a while, we'll laugh about my floating, my floating ponytail that keeps disappearing because of my background. But I want you to, I want you to get comfortable. We're going to talk about something a little different tonight. And I want you to know, as I said a moment ago, I'm not just saying it. I see you. I see you, and I thank you for tuning in. I don't take it for granted. And that's one of the things that I love about this community as we grow and as we learn and as we share together and just build this community. I love the fact that we do get to do just that. We get to love on one another. We get to grow. We get to learn. We get to encourage one another. And so thank you for being a part of this moment and these next few moments. Again, thank you so much. All right, beautiful ladies, we're going to get started. So make sure you share. Again, make sure you share. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and just click. You can copy the link and send it to send a text thread and send it out. You can tap the share button if you're in Facebook to get this in front of another woman who needs to hear this today. Because somebody in your circle, someone you know, someone that you to you, someone that trusts you, someone in your circle needs to hear what we're about to talk about. Okay? So let's get started because we're talking about um, what we something that I think we all can in some way or another we can relate we can you probably are here because you saw the title, but tonight we're talking about stop abandoning yourself. Stop abandoning yourself. We are there for everybody else. And that's fine. And well, I'm not taking anything away from that. Some of us are definitely helpers. Some of us are definitely, we have the heart and the compassion to help others. I'm not taking anything from that. But I do encourage you to do the same for the person in the mirror, her, right? The person who's looking right back at you. Yeah, her. Yeah, 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 yeah. So let's start out with talking about something that as women we can all relate to. And that is you cannot pour from an empty place. You can't pour from an empty place. I was telling you all a moment ago I had some apple juice, but it's all gone. I can do all I want with this bottle. I can do all I want with this bottle. I can shake it, turn it around, but if I were to get a glass and try to pour, nothing is coming out of it. I've poured everything out. I've consumed all that was there. I, I, there's nothing left. And again, hello, 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 y'all that are just coming in. Hey, y'all. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, listen, welcome. You are now here in the Empower Her Purpose Women's Peer Group. I am your host, Coach Cookie Payne. I am the founder of the Payne Purpose Academy and of this particular community here, the Empower Her Purpose Women's Peer Group. I'm so glad that you're here. Welcome as you're coming in. I am your host. I'm your coach. I'm your sister in purpose. I'm Coach Cookie, and I'm glad that you're here with us today of all days. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. So I wanted to pause for a moment because I have some more people coming in. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't want to be rude and not welcome our people who are coming in. So like I said, we're talking about stop abandoning yourself. And like I just said, you can't pour from an empty place. And I use this empty bottle as an example. Matter of fact, the bottle is not completely empty. I don't know if you can see, try to hold it up to, let me hold it in front of me. I don't know if you can see this, just a little tiny bit at the bottom. Now, what if I were to try to get a big old glass and try to pour this little bit in there? What good is that going to do? I need you, I need you guys to lean in. I need you to lock in and hear me. Before we go any further, before I get any further into this conversation, these tools that I'm going to share with you and the application, because y'all know I love being practical. I need you guys to sit with the truth that we've already said. I've said it twice. So I need us to kind of sit with it. I didn't want it to pass us by. I didn't want it to just be something that I just said and we just moved on past it. No, let's sit with it. You cannot, you can't, you cannot pour from an empty place. You can't pour from an empty place. You cannot pour. And as I say every week, for my note takers, that's a nod towards you. For those who are taking notes, go ahead and write that down. Put it in your put it in your phone. Can't pour from an empty place. Now I know you've probably heard some version of that before. You can't pour from an empty vessel. You can't, we've heard it in different various ways, right? You've heard um probably what's another? You can't pour from an empty cup. Um, and maybe you probably nodded your head and kept on pouring and kept on giving It kept on showing up for everyone else. Much like me trying to squeeze the last little bit out of this bottle of juice that just has a little, just a teeny bit left in it. Yeah, kept showing up for everybody else, doing for everyone else, while quietly running on fumes. How many can relate? Running on fumes, but therefore this person, that person, doing this, making sure this is taken care of, making sure that that's taken care of. And here's what I want to say to you today, right? Not as a lecture, not as condemnation. Get it out of your head, but as a sister, someone who gets it, somewhere has been that been there, done that, could have the t-shirt, right? All that. That habit, that pattern of pouring out while refusing to be refueled and refilled, it has a name. And you might not be doing it intentionally. You probably aren't doing it intentionally, but it does have a name. And that name is called self-abandonment. Self-abandonment. You ever went online and was, doing your online shopping or whatever, just browsing through it, just looking at stuff, whatever. And just as you like, I don't really need that. Or either you like, I'll come back to this later. Just before you get ready to close it out or move on, there's a pop-up that'll come up, or maybe you get a notification that'll say, don't forget you have something in your cart. Don't leave your cart. Don't forget you haven't checked out yet. On the back end, what that's called is cart abandonment. For those who have, an online business, or you know what I'm speaking of, there's something in there. There's something that's been put in the cart. There's something of value that's there, but the full purchase hasn't been made. It's been abandoned. Doesn't take away from the fact that it's there or it has value. It's just been abandoned. That's what we're talking about. Self-abandonment, not self-sacrifice, not even servanthood, not being a good mother, wife, friend, employee, or leader. Self-abandonment. Take a deep breath. Self-abandonment. And there's a difference, right? A major difference. It's a major difference. And today we're going to talk about what that difference is and why so many of us are living there, and most importantly, what we can do about it. So first, let me set the stage with something. I want you to picture something with me, okay? Or really picture someone with me, okay? I want you to use your imagination here. Let's do that. So I want you to picture a woman who has maybe a bun like me that keeps disappearing. Picture a woman who wakes up early in the morning, right? Before the sun rises. Early in the morning. She packs lunches. She checks on her aging parents. She answers emails before her feet even hit the floor. Does this sound familiar? Okay, okay. She volunteers, whether at her church or where at a children's school, or she volunteers. She shows up for her friends in crisis, even if it's late at night. She's on the phone with them, or she's on her way to their house to be with them in their time of crisis, right? She's on the phone, FaceTiming them or texting them, encouraging them. She says yes when she's already overwhelmed. Okay? Okay. She smiles when she's depleted. Okay. All right. But yet, y'all, she's the glue. She's the backbone. She's the one everybody calls. Yeah. Any, yeah, you can relate. This same lady that we're visualizing, who may have now taken on your face, but hey, no judgment here. This same lady on the inside, she feels hollow. This lady, she doesn't even remember the last time she asked herself, what do I need? What would help me? What what do I need? She has lost herself somewhere in the giving and the doing. She's present for everyone and absent from herself. That woman, she's not a hero. Nah. Although people may put her in a position to feel like one, she's not a hero. This woman is a woman in need of rescue. This woman is a woman who's in need of having the Wonder Woman bracelets taken off, the Superwoman cape burned, right? She doesn't she doesn't need to be the hero, the Marvel hero in this story. She's the one who needs rescuing. And here's the hard truth, ladies. Lean in. Here's the hard truth. It's really not a hard truth. It's a reality, and it's not hard, but it's real. The hard truth is she is her own rescuer. She is. You are. You, my precious sister. That's you. You have to stop abandoning you. You. So let's talk about for a minute. Let's talk about for a minute self-sacrifice versus self-abandonment. Hmm? Self-sacrifice versus self-abandonment. Okay? Y'all with me? Y'all taking y'all deep breaths? Okay, let's get into the meat of today's message or today's conversation. Because that's what we're having. We're having a conversation. I wanna make the distinction that I think is going to change the way we move. And it's the distinction between self-sacrifice and self-abandonment. Because we have spent a lot of time celebrating one while hiding the other. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Me and my invisible bun. It's there, y'all, promise. So the question then becomes, what is self-sacrifice? Oh, is that we throwing the we're throwing the word around, or I'm throwing the word around. What is it? Self-sacrifice is a choice. For my note takers, self-sacrifice is a choice. It's intentional, it's temporary, it's rooted in love and purpose. And it has a why. It has a why behind it. And that why anchors you. We're we're talking about self-sacrifice, right? So again, we're gonna visualize someone. Think about a mother who stays up all night with a sick kid, right? So think about a woman who takes a lesser paying job to have more time with her family, right? So I'm trying to give different examples of the self-sacrificing woman. So I said the mom who's taking care of the sick child, the woman who took a lesser paying job just so that she could have more time with her family. Let's then think about someone who gives up her weekends to help a grieving friend move out of a painful living situation. That's self-sacrifice. And is it costly? Yeah, yeah. It requires something of you, and sometimes it's weighty. But, ladies, it's chosen. It's chosen. It has purpose. And when it's done, you know why you did it, and you can replenish yourself. Once the child gets better, everything goes back to normal. Everything goes back to its schedule because when a child is sick, you're not on your schedule. When the lady takes the lesser paying job to spend time with her family, then she makes the adjustments and things get on track. When the example I gave of the friend helping the friend to move right out of the home after grieving a loss, right? After that's done, it's done. You did it, it's done, and you can replenish yourself. Pretty? Yeah. Right? Y'all with me? Self sacrifice says, I am choosing to give this right now, and I'll come back to myself. I'll say that again for you. Self sacrifice says, I am choosing to give this right now, and I'll come back to myself. Right? Sacrifice is actually a spiritual posture. Take a look at it. Think about this. Jesus himself modeled it. Okay? Servanthood is a real thing. Giving is a real thing. Love, we all we all know this. Love costs something. I'm not here telling you something uh, or telling you to stop being generous or to stop loving or stop giving or stop showing up for people you love. No, please know that I am not saying that. That is not what today is about. I am not saying that. Hear me clearly. I'm not saying that. Serving others is beautiful. So then with that in mind, what is self-abandonment? Self-abandonment, ladies, is different. Self-abandonment is a pattern. It's unconscious. You don't even know you're doing it. It's not, it's not bounded. It doesn't even have a healthy return point. It's the slow, chronic erosion of your sense of self through consistent neglect. Not the one and done, not the serve on the schedule. You know this. No, no, no. This is a pattern. And that's what makes it so um what's the word I'm looking for? Uh Ruthless, for lack of a better word, is that it's unconscious. You don't even know it's happening. Self-abandonment says, this is what self-abandonment says. My needs don't matter enough to attend to. Whoo. Did you feel that dagger? You felt that? Okay. Self-abandonment says, I'll rest when this is done, or something else will always come next. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because Self-abandonment is always waiting for that other shoe to drop. Self-abandonment says, I don't deserve to take up space with my feelings. Mm. Self-abandonment, this one's a heavy one because mm, if you haven't said this, you've heard it said. Self-abandonment says, if I stop holding everything together, it'll all fall apart. And you may not have audibly said it, but you may have felt it or thought it. Self-abandonment says, people need me, so I stay available always. Again, you may not have said this audibly. Ooh, but what are your actions saying? Can can you see yourself in any of these statements? In any of these scenarios? Because I've lived in every single one of them. Let me know if that resonated with you. I can assure you you're not alone. Self-abandonment is what happens when self-sacrifice becomes the only mode that you know. Let me say that again. Self-sacrifice is what happens. I'm sorry, self-abandonment. Self-abandonment is what happens when self-sacrifice becomes the only mode you know, the only setting that you have, the only one that you know. When you stop asking for what you need because you convinced yourself that making that ask is selfish, yeah, we walked into self-abandonment territory. When you have outsourced your worth to your productivity and your service, you now are comparing, and one is winning. When the only version of yourself you present to the world is capable, available, and fine. I'm fine. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm fine. Even when you're none of those things at the time. But we have mastered how to wear the mask. We have mastered how to look the part. We have mastered how to make our invisible bun show up when it needs to. We've mastered it. Self-abandonment is not a badge of honor. It's not humility. It's a wound dressed up as virtue. Virtue. It's a wound dressed up as virtue. That's what I said. It's not noble. It's not humility. It is a wound dressed up as a virtue. I want to slow that down so that you can hear me clearly because I love you. Now, let's talk about real quick. Let's talk about where does self-abandonment come from? Let's talk about that. Where does it come from? Because it came from something, came from somewhere. So let's go a little bit deeper because I believe in giving you root level understanding, not just surface level advice and just talk, get on here to talk just to be talking. So let's talk about why on earth do we self-abandon? So number one, conditioning. Most of us, we were raised, especially as women of faith, believers, especially as women of color, if we're being honest, we were raised in environments that tied our value to our function. We were celebrated when we were helpful. We were praised when we were strong. We were rewarded for being the one who manages. And so you learn very early that the way to be loved and valued and accepted was to give yourself away. Do, go, 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 be. Yeah, good job. Worn out. Mm. That didn't start as abandonment. It started as survival. It started as adaptation. But somewhere along the way, it became your identity. And now you don't know who you are outside of what you do for others. What the world? Sorry, let me bring it back in. Number two, fear. Fear of being seen as selfish if you say no. Fear of being a burden if you say I'm struggling. And for some people, fear of being seen as weak if you say you're struggling. Ugh, it's a lot of weight to carry. Fear that if you slow down, the whole operation falls apart. Fear that if you stop performing, 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 just in case you didn't hear me, I had to say it 4 times. Fear that if you stop performing, you'll stop being loved. That's heavy. Fear is a tyrant. Fear is a bully, and it will keep you self-abandoning for life if you let it run the show. It's the truth. Number 3, y'all still with me? Okay, take a deep breath if you need to. Number 3, spiritual misalignment, or spiritual, a better, I think probably, maybe not even spiritual misalignment. I think a better term here would be spiritual misapplication. I think that fits better. Spiritual misalignment, yeah, but I think spiritual misapplication kind of works better here. Uh, I want to be careful here because and that's why I kind of shifted what my from where my notes here say, because I actually have a couple things written here. But I want to be careful here because I I, like you, love God and His Word. And some of us have taken verses like deny yourself and serving others and use them as permission as to neglect ourselves spiritually, emotionally, physically, and even mentally. And that's not what God intended. God didn't design you to be destroyed in service. He designed you to be sustained by Him so that you could serve from a place of overflow. You're not a resource to be extracted. You are you're the daughter of a king. You're the daughter of the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, created to thrive, not self-abandon. So let me share with you, ladies. Let me share with you signs that you may be self-abandoning right now. Yeah. Let me give you some real practical signs. As y'all know, I'm with the practicality. I love it. So I want you to be honest with yourself, real honest. Listen, we've been so far, y'all been hanging in with me all this time. Since we've been on. I want you to continue to be honest. This is a safe space. The Empower Her Purpose Women's Peer Group is a safe space. No one is judging you here. And if you came on here to judge, I'm going to need you to log off. God bless you and be on your way. But those of us who are here for real, for community, it's just you and God and this community, right? Here's sign number one. You consistently say yes when you really mean no. Can you relate? Been there. Not occasionally, not in extraordinary circumstances, but as a default pattern, as an override to your own boundaries before anyone even pushes them. You've already said yes. You tore down your own boundaries. Number two, you feel guilty when you rest. Yeah. On the seventh day in Genesis, what did God do? The creator of heaven and earth and all that in it that is. What did God do? He gave us the blueprint to rest. You lay down and your brain immediately goes to the list. You feel like rest has to be earned. What the world? You can't receive without feeling like you're taking something that you don't deserve. What in the world? You're overwhelmed, you're fatigued, but you're laying there and your body is not even resting because your mind is whirling, or you're feeling guilty because you feel like you should be doing something. Yeah, I feel like I got one more in me. What in the world? Number three, sign number three. Ready? You stop having preferences. Ooh, you stop having preferences. Someone asks you where you want to go to eat, what movie you want to watch, what you want, and you genuinely don't even know. You don't even know. You spent so long accommodating others that your own voice has gone quiet. You don't even know. So you just go along with whatever. I don't even know. I don't even know where I want to go. Where you want to go on vacation? I don't know. Where you want to go eat? I don't know. What's your favorite? I don't know. Sign number four, you suppress your emotions to keep the peace. Mum's the word. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to just let it go. I don't want to ruffle no feathers. You're angry, but you smile. You're hurt, like hurt. But you say, I'm fine. You grieve alone so that you don't burden anybody. You perform like you're okay, like being okay. Yeah. Like being okay is a full-time job. Like you're okay 24 hours a day. Like you clock in, I'm okay. You clock out, I'm okay. Yeah. Number five, sign number five. You're always the helper, never the helped. You show up for everyone's crises, but would never allow anyone to truly show up for yours. Does anybody even know you're going through? Or are you just waiting on them to discern it, to pick it up in the spirit, to pray you through it without you really having to say it? You minimize your struggles, you resist vulnerability, and you don't ask for help even when you are drowning. You are drowning. You are drowning. Sign number 6, ladies. Your body is sending you signals and you keep ignoring the warning. Yeah, I'm gonna let that one sit for a minute. Because your body is sending you warning signals, signaling you signals, and you keep ignoring them. Just keep sending, keep sending. You got chronic fatigue. You got anxiety that persists. You got tension headaches. Your stomach your stomach is always upset. You've got digestion issues. You are your cycle may be irregular. All these things. Your body is talking. Your body your body is probably yelling. Self-abandonment. Self-abandonment has a physical address too. And guess what? Your body is tired of not being listened to. Your body is tired of not just tired physically, emotionally, mentally, but your body is tired of not being listened to. Yeah, yeah. I'm I know I'm coming down your street pretty hard, but I'm not coming down a street that I've not been down myself. I'm not. I know. Although I can't physically see you, like I said at the beginning, I see you. I see you. And I know that many of the things that I have shared this evening, they have hit home. I get it. Excuse me. And I'm not asking to shame you. I'm not bringing up any of those to make you feel bad. None of that. But I am asking because of we're having this conversation, not just asking, how many of you can relate. Yeah, I'm not just asking that, you know, just to be saying it, but we need to be aware of the fact that we're not alone in this. And awareness is part of the process for stepping out. You can't change what you refuse to see. And today, y'all, we're seeing clearly. So let's talk now about how to identify where you're neglecting yourself. Because you're neglecting yourself. If any of the things that I have shared so far have resonated with you, mhm, we're going to identify where you're neglecting yourself. Excuse me. So, okay, now, for my note takers, get ready. Get ready. So, we're moving into the application part of this conversation. This is where we really get practical, and this is where we're going to kind of take everything we just unpacked and do something with it, right? Because insight without action is just information. So yeah, we this is going to be interactive. And I didn't just come to give you information. I came to help you transform. I came to listen. I am your coach. I am Coach Cookie, and I don't take it lightly when we come together like this, or even for those who want to work with me one on one. I take it seriously. So real quick, exercise number one. This is we're gonna go through these pretty quickly, but I want you to lock in and kind of and you'll see. So exercise number one is the 5 area self check. Okay, 5 area self check. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to do a quick honest, ladies, assessment of 5 areas of your life. You can grab something to write on, a piece of paper, your journal, your phone, your notes in your phone, whatever you got, right? But write it down, okay? And if you need to come back and watch the replay, if you don't have anything around, come back and watch the replay. Enjoy, right? First thing is physical. Remember, there are 5 things, okay? First one, physical. How am I caring for my body? Okay. This one, what you need. But I want to ask you this question. When did you last sleep well? Like really well? I'm not talking about you had something to help you sleep. Because I'm not saying that, that might not have been a need, but I'm just saying just regular laid your head to pillow and you got yourself a good sleep. When was the last time? Talking about, we're talking about physical. Are you eating in a way that fuels you? Are you just grabbing snacks? Or are you just eating because that's what's here or that's what I'm driving past? Are you getting exercise? Are you getting movement? Are you moving your body not as punishment, but as honor? Because sometimes we think of exercise as, ooh, child. But nah, you're honoring yourself. This is a big one. Are you going to to your doctor's appointments? Are you? Have you even made your doctor's appointments in the second quarter of 2026? Okay. Are you ignoring symptoms because you just don't have time to be sick? Okay. Okay. I want you to write down. I want you to write your honest answer. Where are you physically neglecting yourself? What area? What area are you physically neglecting yourself? Okay. Number 2 is emotional. How am I caring for my inner world, right? How am I caring for her? How am I caring for her, right? How am I caring for her? Are you allowing yourself to feel or are you constantly suppressing? Do you have a safe space to process your emotions? Do you even know what that looks like? Are you carrying grief or anger or disappointment or even trauma that you've never truly addressed? Do you acknowledge your own feelings or do you dismiss them as weakness? I want you to write down, where am I emotionally neglecting myself? Number 3, mental. How am I caring for my mind? Are you constantly overwhelmed, operating in a state of mental chaos? Is your mind filled with everyone else's to-do list, but never your own dreams and desires? Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you consuming content that depletes you more than it fills you? On the phone, on social media, on your phone, just scrolling, and you seeing death, doom, and sadness and gloom, and this person going through that and that. Ah. When was the last? When was the last? When's the last time you just did something for the pure joy of it? Yeah. When was that time? When was the last time you did something just for you, just for the pure joy of it? Where are you mentally neglecting yourself? And then spiritually, How am I caring for my soul? This is not a check on your church attendance, how you serve in church. No, no. This is about the quality of the connection to God, your relationship with God. Are you praying out of duty, habit, or out of relationship? Are you reading the word to be seen or to be transformed? To kind of look the part, but not actually be the part? Do you have a genuine, honest, vulnerable conversation with God about where you really are right now? Or do you just want him? You already know he knows. Are you just, God, you know my heart? Or are you even performing for him too? Hmm. Hmm. Are you performing for him too? Because it's such an innate part of your being. How are you spiritually neglecting yourself? And then, of course, there's relational. How am I caring for my connections? Are you surrounding yourself with relationships that are truly reciprocal? Do you have people who pour into you the way that you pour into them? Or are you around people who drain you? Are you around fountains? Are you around drains? Are you around people who replenish, or are you people who draw from? Or are all of your relationships extractive in some way, just pulling and draining? Are you isolating? Are you isolating yourself because you don't want to be a burden? Hmm. Or are you isolating yourself because you don't want to be bothered? Are you staying in connections that cost you your peace? How are you taking care of your relationships? Where are you relationally neglecting yourself? I want you to take some time with those. Again, if you need to come back and watch the replay, I encourage you to do so. I want you to be able to answer those questions genuinely. Not for me. I don't ever need to know your answers. This is for you. I really want you to I want you to do the work. I want you to breathe, take some time, and really think about those. Exercise number 2. So went through exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 is the one thing I keep postponing. Come on, y'all. That one thing I keep postponing. Now I want you to go a little deeper. I want to ask you I want you to ask yourself this question. I'm gonna ask it to you, but I want you to ask yourself this question. What is the one thing I keep telling myself I'll do for myself when things calm down, but things never calm down? What's that thing that you've been saying? Ooh, when I get the chance, when I get the opportunity, when things, get a little, I'm gonna do this. And it never happens. Whatever you're waiting to happen to do to happen never does. Is it therapy? Is it that creative hobby that you used to love doing? Is it that vacation that you haven't taken in who knows when? Even if it's a staycation? Is it, huh, y'all, is it a difficult conversation that you've been avoiding because you don't want to rock the boat? You don't want to deal with it. Y'all, is it rest? Mhm. Or is it joy? What you been postponing? Write it down. That thing that you keep pushing to later. Because I want to tell you something. You already know, you probably already know where I'm going, but later is a lie. Later is a lie. Later is where dreams go to die. Later is not. Later is later. Later is the address of self abandonment. But my note takers, I must say, that was pretty good because they ain't in my notes. Later is the address of self abandonment. Come on, guys. Come on. Today, I want you to commit to win, not if. This day, if you're watching live, watching replay, whenever you're watching it, my sister, today, I want you to commit to win, not if, not I'll do it someday, win. Put a date next to it, make it a calendar appointment, tell somebody, because I want some accountability, make it real because you matter enough for a real plan, not a someday, but a win. WHEN, because you deserve a win. WIN. Exercise number 3. I want you to write yourself a permission slip. Yeah, I remember back in the day when we were in school, we had to get a permission slip from my parents. We had to have our parents sign that permission slip. And some of y'all might have signed it for your parents. I'm not judging, I'm just saying. I like this one. I like this one. I want you to write yourself a permission slip. It can be done in your journal. It can be done on a sticky note. You can put on your mirror, whatever works for you. But here's what needs to happen. I want you to give yourself explicit, clear, written permission. And it may sound something like this. It may be something like this. Your permission slip might be like, I, whatever your name is, give myself permission to rest without guilt. This is not just a permission slip. This is a contract between you and your peace. And again, if you need to come back and read, I'm sorry, not read, to re-watch the replay, please do. So again, I'm giving an example of this permission slip. Excuse me. Excuse me. I put your name in there because it's got to have your name. Give myself permission to rest without guilt. I give myself permission to say no without a lengthy explanation. Some of these y'all might need to say out loud as well as put it in writing. Some of y'all might need to make a verbal contract as well as a written one. I give myself permission to have needs and to ask for them to be met. Come on, y'all. Excuse me. I give myself permission to take up space in my own life. I give myself permission to be a priority and not an afterthought. Truth be told, some of y'all have been waiting for someone else to give you that permission. It could be your husband, your mother, your siblings, your pastor, your boss, your kids. But remember, we already said who the person is that's coming to save you, to rescue you, to be you're the hero in this story. No, because nobody's coming to save you from self-abandonment. That that rescue belongs to you. It starts with you. You. Whew. And here's the beautiful truth. Oh, y'all. God already gave us permission. He created us with needs, with desires, and a body that requires rest and a soul that requires nourishment. He didn't make a mistake when he made you have needs. Neediness is not weakness, it's humanity. He designed you to bring those needs to him and to community. And so before we close, because I've enjoyed being with y'all this evening. I told you tonight was going to be a little different. Before we close, I want to do one more thing. I want you to identify one concrete act of self-care or self-honoring that you are going to do in the next 24 hours, not next week, not next month, by tomorrow, next 24 hours. It doesn't have to be grand. It don't have to be nothing. It don't have to cost you anything. It might be going to bed an hour earlier tonight. It might be it might be saying no to one request that you usually say yes to out of guilt. It could be taking a 20-minute walk alone in silence. Whew, it's peaceful too, y'all. I can tell you it's peaceful. It is peaceful. It could be you scheduling that therapy appointment you've been putting off. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It could be you turning off your phone for a whole hour. It could be, it could be having an honest conversation with God about where you really are. Sitting in his presence and just telling him. Just telling him. Y'all good? Y'all good. So before we close out this wonderful conversation together, I want to leave you with this. I want to leave you with this. Self-abandonment is not your destiny. Patterns can be broken. They can be unlearned. They can be replaced with something holy and whole and new. But it starts with a decision, a daily, sometimes hourly, sometimes moment by moment decision to come, excuse me, to come back to yourself, to come back to yourself. It starts with pausing before you automatically say yes and asking, do I actually have to give this right now? This time, this moment, my energy? Is this is this what God is leading me to do, or is this me trying to please people? It starts with us looking at the woman in the mirror and saying, you matter. Not because of what you do, because of who you are and whose you are. You are a daughter of the Most High God. And with that, it starts with trusting that God did not call you to be depleted. He called you to be fruitful, and fruit does not grow on dead branches. You have to be alive, really alive, to fulfill the purpose God placed in you. So stop abandoning yourself. In the name of doing good, come back to yourself. Tend to yourself. Honor what God placed inside of you. Honor you. You can't pour from an empty place. So, what are we going to do? We're going to fill the place. Let's start running on empty and start running on overflow. Not because you deserve it as a reward, but because overflow is your inheritance. It is. So I encourage you in this season, I encourage you to live truly, lead boldly, and walk unapologetically in your God given purpose. Ladies, it's been a pleasure being with you. I love you all. I'm praying for every single one of you. I'll see you next week right here in the Empower Her Purpose Women's Peer Group. Same time, same place. And don't forget to follow us on our page. We're opening up the Empower Her Purpose Women's Peer Group membership site. That is opening up. I'm so excited about that. We are in the final stages of that opening up. Y'all, it's amazing. So be sure to follow us because you're going to be seeing a lot about that and how to excuse me, how to get in, how to access it. There's a lot of good stuff that's coming. So I love you guys. Be blessed. Oh, and again, my invisible ponytail is still here. Y'all have an amazing, amazing, amazing evening. I'll talk to you soon.